Hey everyone, welcome to the Discover Virginia podcast. I'm Joseph Trahan, your host for the #1 video podcast in Virginia, where we explore the rich history, vibrant culture, and iconic businesses that make our Commonwealth truly special and worth talking about. So get ready as together we discover Virginia. Hello, everyone. Today we have not one, but two wonderful guests here today, a dynamic duo of sorts, featured in the Canvas Rebel and Bold Journey magazine. Please welcome Sue Hill, owner of SHill Creations Studios, and her associate, Korrine Marr. Welcome to the podcast, Sue and Korrine.
Hi.
Well, for today's show, we're going to be covering the evolution of both of your artistic worldview and how that shaped the way in which you create art for us here in the Virginia Beach community. We will also be highlighting what eco-friendly art looks like and talk about the classes that you offer, the plant swaps, and the amazing local nonprofits you donate to help shape and grow the overall community. Sound like a good place to start?
Sure. Yeah.
Awesome. So just for every guest, we like to ask the same question. What brought you to the Virginia Beach area? And of course, what got you to stick around and build your life and your business here? We'll start with Sue.
Military community brought me here from the Midwest, Missouri, Iowa, very rural environment, to Rhode Island for a short period, and then ended up here in 1992. Love it. The pace of the community, the diversity, the friendliness, the air, it's all just perfect for my lifestyle, and I don't want to leave it.
Love it. And what about for you, Korrine?
I was in the military. I was stationed in Norfolk back in 2012 to 2014. I ended up getting hurt while I was in, and I kind of just stayed in the area because all my rehabilitation was in here. But years later, I just decided it's a hell of a lot warmer. People are nicer than northern New Jersey. So I kind of just stayed in the area.
I'm not a Jersey girl.
Yeah. Sorry, Jersey. We have the nicer people.
They know,
right?
They know.
Would you all both mind walking us through your journey into becoming full-time artists? And then, of course, would love to hear how that kind of branched out into the eco-friendly art niche, as well as the stained glass niche as well. We'll start with Sue.
Okay, sure. Where do I start? I spent my first 25 years of my career writing technical manuals and proposals for government contracting, for shipboard equipment and IT services. After that, during that, I had 3 boys, after they finished their secondary education and went on to bigger lives with their new wives and things like that. My art was my peace place. I had 3 boys. They were loud and rowdy. Boys are boys. Mm-hmm. And the art, after they all went to sleep, was just kind of my place to like zen out. With that came just a hobbyist, and little by little, it built and people are like, oh, I really like that. That's cool. It's different. It's inspiring. And I just kind of transferred from that, retired to the other military contracting community into an art community, and that's my peace place.
Lovely. And what about for you, Korrine?
Who? So yeah, like I said, I was in the military. I had an accident while I was in the military, but prior to joining the military, I basically come from a very artistic family. My aunts, uncles, grandparents, everybody was artistic. So I kind of just had it in my blood and was like, couldn't escape it. But when I did have my accident, I ended up falling 20 feet off of a helicopter and brain damage. I have severe traumatic brain injury and depression, anxiety. Like the list just kept going on and on. And one of the things that I kept coming back to help heal, and one of the things that actually Portsmouth Naval actually helped push for me was like art therapy and everything like that. And so even though I had my art background prior, it kind of helped me into who I am today. Like I took it and I ran with it, kind of, with the whole art therapy. And it's like just keeps me sane. We'll just say that.
Yeah.
keeps me kind of sane-ish.
Absolutely. And Sue and Korrine, I really appreciate y'all sharing that. Everyone's artistic journey is slightly different, but it all comes from a place that I think dispels a myth here. And the myth is, art is fun, art is happy, art is,
Yeah.
kind of like this escape. And it's like, no, art is like a part of life that we use to cope, or we used to have a safe place and environment for. And that's what you all both focus on so very well in our community, of just providing that space, that ecosystem of, this safe harbor, this safe place. And one of the ways y'all do that is focusing on reusing things that some people may consider broken or trash. What aspects of your art, focus in on eco-friendly, and what do you find most inspiring about utilizing something that maybe seem as not significant or important anymore?
I get a lot of my glass from churches, historical sites, landmarks, old pool halls. Get rid of their lights above pool tables. I break all that stuff down. There's plates, dishes, all kinds of beautiful things that can be used that don't deserve to be in landfills or thrown in the trash. They're sitting in simple places such as Goodwill, or I get calls from customers saying, hey, I found this on the side of the road. Do you want it? Can you use it? There's tons of things, even silverware I can turn into little things that incorporate into the glass. It's all about eco-friendly and giving something back to the community. I think that kind of sums it up.
Absolutely. Anything to add to that on your end, Korrine?
I don't reuse any
Your wood. You repurpose wood to make frames for your art.
Yeah, but it's mostly like bought at Lowe's. Kind of. Yeah, no, I don't really.
Gotcha. No worries. No worries.
Yeah.
What art specialty do you have, Korrine? I know, Sue, you just mentioned woodworking. What does that typically look like for you, Korrine, in your process of creating art?
So right now, I do a lot of canvas paintings, acrylic mostly. I have done some oil, but oil makes me mad because it takes too long to dry. So I kind of like
the life of an artist, finding those niches.
Yeah, I kind of lean more towards the fast drying stuff.
Sure.
But yeah, I do everything. I call myself a chameleon artist because I kind of adapt with different styles and everything like that. I don't have just one style that I kind of stick with, but Impressionism probably is my more common style that I go for. I'm mostly known for my Starry Night versus Transportation series. I have 48 in the series right now.
Oh wow, good for you.
Yeah,
That's incredible.
Yeah, actually, this is one of them where it's a print that I have. Whoop, where am I?
There you go. Yep.
Yeah. So I got my pirate ship with my version of, Starry Night, basically. So I do a bunch of different things like that, and abstract all over the place, whatever I'm feeling that day. But I have kind of moved more into like dark surrealism and stuff like that, which surprisingly enough has been well received in the area, even though I didn't think it was going to be, because everybody here wants nautical stuff and
sure, nautical.
You know what I mean? So
happy sunshine.
Yeah, so I'm coming out with like this dark stuff, and people are like, oh, "I love it." So it's really refreshing.
Yeah.
I was really afraid. I was just like, "Yeah, nobody's gonna want this stuff," and I more and more. I think, especially after COVID, people have they went through depression. They understand a lot more that they didn't know prior. And I feel like a lot of them connect on my darker series because of stuff like that, because it does touch on anxiety, depression, and pain and all that kind of stuff. So
sure, yeah,
it's well received. I love it.
All of the range of emotions, and that's I believe one of the things y'all specialize in is just providing a few different options for folks depending on what their flavor or their taste is for their art. Sue, would you mind diving a little bit more into talking about your art business and the classes you offer, and the types of experiences guests can expect when they create or repurpose art with you all?
Sure. I do stained glass classes, glass on glass mosaic classes, how to make pendants out of broken china. The simplest things, but it brings somebody together. I tell everyone nothing is to waste. When I do my glass work, my scraps that are left over can move into those glasses to help continue to reuse down to zero. I even donate the dust from the grinders to local ceramic artists so they can add that to their clay when they're doing the firing.
Wow.
So I try to bring everything down to zero as much as I can. I do fundraisers for my classes. I've done quite a few fundraisers for Save Our Souls Pet Rescue, Evelyn's Wildlife Refuge, different places like that in the area. I donate a lot of pieces to them so they can generate donations to help wildlife, Dyslexia Foundation, all different kinds of things.
Very, very cool.
I think one of the things that Korrine and I connected on when we started like working together in the plant swaps was that we both have PTSD. Hers is, mine is from domestic violence. Hers is from the military experience.
Right.
So we have like two different views of things. What was that?
That was me falling.
That was me hiding.
Sorry.
So, yeah, kind of broad.
No, it's life. This is real life here. Yeah, this is why you do what you do.
This is how
Yeah.
it's humor.
We torment each other. We tease each other. We prank each other. It's constant humor. And some people will call it a deflection. Some people call it coping. It's reality. If you can't find the lighter side of things and find some way to function with it, you're not coping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of just hiding it and
Mhm.
storing it away until it bottles up and goes boom.
Yeah. And I appreciate you touching on that, Sue. Would you mind diving a little bit more deeper into the mission and philosophy of your business? And of course, how it plays a larger impact on the local economy as well. Because I mean, these conversations are important to have, but also having them in the business and local economy aspect, I believe, bring out a new side of business that may not have traditionally always been front and center, when it comes to traditional way in which media is portrayed. Do you mind diving a little bit more into the philosophy, mission behind your work?
Really, it is my therapy. Breaking glass kind of sings to me because there's so many parts of me that have been broken before. Short story, he went to jail and I had 3 kids. Had to move forward. That's personal. I don't use my PTSD a lot in my glass work to talk to people because it's private, but that's okay. It projected me into a better space. And that better space, I get so many customers that come to me and we have personal conversations and I connect with them and they want to go to the classes. They want to do things and they want to find a safe place where they can get that out of their system. I worked in an environment that was primarily men. Back then, there's still the stigma where women don't know what they're doing, don't know what they're talking about. And I broke that stigma. I'm writing their manuals and they didn't like it. They're like, well, I'm the man kind of thing. And I'm like, no, you're reading my manual. Let's work on this. I have to interview you to learn this stuff. I have to draw you diagrams, how to do things. It's all, and that was kind of the first person I was married to. So I found my way around it. I succeeded in my career. It put my kids into a better place, a better environment that they could grow up in. They planted their feet here in Virginia. They're all still here. They love it. I've met amazing people. And everyone I meet, especially Korrine, the plant swap we do every month, completely takes us to a different place with the community. We both believe in community, not competition as artists. If there's another stained glass artist next to me, we'll sit and talk. It's not about who does better. We all have different styles.
Yeah.
And that makes the community come to us because we're open and friendly like that. We're not trying to drive people down. We're trying to bring everybody together and build it up. Yeah.
Wow.
Does that answer your question? I probably went off
No,
topic.
no, that's great. That's great, Sue. I appreciate you mentioning your earlier career path as well. And of course, how that ties into how it influences what type of community and business that you're creating for yourself. Man, woman, whatever, business is, it's about connecting with a customer or connecting with a community that just makes everyone better, that makes everyone feel connected and engaged. And that's one of the cool, really inspiring parts of your story. You touched on it greatly. Yeah. Um, I know you mentioned a few of the community initiatives before, but Sue, Korrine, for the keyword SEO searches out there and all the little, AI bots helping get content to people, would you mind sharing some specific locations and addresses where folks can go to check out your shops, check out your classes, and of course, the amazing farmers markets that you're a part of?
Okay.
Sorry, you said AI, and I just
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I'm like,
derailed me.
They just did the newest update. Like you type in something now and it's like an AI generated response. So in our content and the way we create content now, I'm like, we have to like manually put these words in. It's it's our
So
signature now, I
artificial
guess.
intelligence has been very, very difficult on us kind of artists. There's everything out there that's just like printed or stolen from screenshots and stuff like that that are duplicating our work and other people's work
Yeah.
and selling it. And it's been a big topic of conversation for Korrine and I the last month.
Yeah.
Because everywhere we look, it's there. I've seen local artists online are like, how did my stuff get on that place? I didn't send it there. I don't make it there. It's
Yeah.
not how I make it.
Mhm.
And there's so many things out there copying the stuff we do where people saying, well, I can do that at home at markets. And it's like, okay, well, come on, take a class. Let me show you how this works. And they're like, why doesn't your stuff cost more? Because this is hard. And I'm like, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. There's a difference, and I didn't mean to go off on that part, but it is
Oh,
an
no,
important
that's okay.
distinction to make as well. Like, your art is from you and yourself, and that is your entity, your ownership of that, right? And it seems like AI it definitely has muddied the water for artists in a lot of ways, for sure. What do y'all? And I'll chase this a couple questions in if that's all right, because y'all been talking about it. What do you think would be important for artists to consider when they are posting art online? And of course, from the other spectrum, what do you believe would be an important principle, or I don't want to say rule, but maybe a guideline folks should have when they're creating this type of software to help still keep the artist front and center in the conversation?
That's you.
The biggest thing, and I've been doing this
Oh, I think I lost you. We're back.
Okay. What was the question again?
Yeah, we were just talking about the two-sided coin of how AI is used. So one, what could be something that artists can do to help kind of protect or mitigate the risk of the art being potentially misused? And then from the AI side, what are some key rules or guiding principles that should be considered when looking to promote the artist first and foremost for their original work?
First of all, I say to fix AI, you just need to unplug it.
Interesting. Why?
No. We just need to unplug it. It's just a computer. No, so I've been doing this since pretty much day one when I put my artwork on the internet. It doesn't matter, Instagram, Etsy, whatever it is.
Sure.
I know I just held up my other one like dead on, but actually what I do is when I take a picture of it and I post it, I literally always do like an askew different type of side, because if it's on something like this, like you can still see the image, but it's going to make them, if it was like dead on, then obviously, yes, they're going to be able to like get it and take it and make it an NFT or whatever, that crazy stuff that they do now. But that was one of my biggest things was I always took a picture of it like on an askew. I always took it at weird angles and people could still tell what it was. And I don't have any problem selling them or anything like that. But it has definitely helped protect my stuff way more, because I see people posting dead on with Instagram, and you're finding their stuff on t-shirts and blankets and stuff like that they had no input in making them happen. So my way was good I'll take that. So that's one way of basically protecting your stuff, and but it's hard because I mean, honestly, I say good luck to people who try to take or steal my ideas or steal my art. Like, good luck, because I don't think a lot of my stuff, there's a lot of raw emotion, there's a lot of pain and hate and love and that goes into my stuff. So for you to try and duplicate it, good luck. But
Sure.
other than that, yeah. But yeah, like I said, just taking pictures on an angle and everything like that definitely has helped out with avoiding the whole stealing of AI and everything. But they're probably going to find out other ways of doing stuff. But I have I've heard something about something called Nightshade, which is apparently supposed to be helping with images you post online. I still have not looked into it, but that I've been seeing a lot of people in like the Facebook chats and everything about. So I gotta look into it.
Great tips.
SHill Creations Studio. I blasted across the front of all my stuff.
The copyright, the watermarking and all that kind of stuff. But you can never be too careful. It really sucks.
Sure. Anything to add to that, Sue, on your end? I know you make a lot of projects and a lot of original work yourself, too.
I do. I've been in the business I've created stained glass for 17 years. I'm completely self-taught on YouTube. I've never been to a class. I've never been to art school. I've tried painting and all those little things, and it's all not my style. So breaking glass just kind of hits with me. It took me a long time until like the last year to even post pictures of my stuff online for fear that people were going to steal my ideas and run with it. And I think it finally connected and like, why am I scared of these people? I already lived that life of fear at one time. Stop being scared. Get out there. If they do it, it says copyright, blah, blah, blah on the front of everything. I have it repeated on my pages. And all I got to do is hope that the world understands why I do it and doesn't step on my toes. Come into my world. Let's create something together instead of try to steal from each other.
Yeah. I love that, Sue. And of course, nothing beats creating art in person and in real life. Like the experience of real life will always be there. Do y'all mind sharing where you're located and where folks can check out specific classes and which farmers markets they can find you at?
For me, my classes are mobile. I always put an update. I teach at I just signed a contract with Norfolk Botanical Gardens. I'm teaching at the Museum of Contemporary Art, Vintage Vibe in Chesapeake, Saltwater Studio in Norfolk, and anywhere else who says, hey, you want to come teach a class here? I'm there. Everything mobile.
And we are back. Sue, Korrine, thank y'all so much for highlighting some really great conversation topics. And of course, why it is you do what you do. For folks who are, curious about maybe some future projects or developments in the work, anything that you can tease or share about for maybe some upcoming projects folks can expect from you in the upcoming art season.
Well, the first we want to touch on is the first Sunday of every month. We do the plant swap and art market at the farmers market in Virginia Beach on Dam Neck and Princess Anne. Yeah. All the plants behind you, we propagate and bring plants to the market. We have like a really great group of people who come and swap plants with us every Sunday. And we're trying to build art. There's a lot of craft people. There's artisan crafters and artists like us that are there. And that's just something we're doing, trying to build the community. The city of Virginia Beach and the farmers market works with us and lets us lead the project.
Yeah.
She literally had one plant last year, one plant. And then this happened.
I mean, I'm seeing some in frame and also out of frame. Sue, are everything okay? You got a lot of plants back there.
I know. Are you okay?
It's my new kids.
Are you all okay?
Yeah.
My husband just does these eye rolls. He's like, another plant.
Yeah. Anytime my wife gets a plant, I'm like, babe, are you okay? Like, I'm cool if you get a plant. Just let me know what's going on.
She has more plants than I do now.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's great. I mean, a plant swap is a great way to connect.
Anytime.
No problem.
Love it. Love it.
But it's a healthy addiction,
There's nothing wrong with plants.
right?
Plants are
Thank
great. Plants are
you.
great.
Backpedal now. I see.
Just saying.
Yeah. Yes, Korrine. It's a great idea.
He had a question. Let's move to that question.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're not okay.
No, you're totally fine. You're totally fine. We are at the end of our time, but I do want to still give you all the opportunity to go through our red carpet section. This is the section of the call where you have to roll out any final words or messages to leave the audience with. But in order to do that, you have to go through some rapid fire questions. Should you accept, you get the red carpet. Are you all up for the challenge?
Why
Yes.
not?
What do I win besides the red carpet?
You win the red carpet. That's what you win. All righty. First rapid fire question. What advice would you give to someone looking to transition into a career of art?
Just do it.
Patience. Slow and steady wins the race.
Oh, I was just gonna say, go do it. But yes.
Love it. Well, y'all can have different answers. Y'all can have different answers. That's good. That's good. Second one, what's a common misconception about glass art and how it's created?
People think it's painted, or they ask me how I color it.
Or they don't think it's real, right?
Yeah, I get a lot of people asking me if it's real, if it's real glass or plastic. And I explained to them, it has to be fired. Pink glass is one of the most expensive. It has to be fired with gold to get the color pink. There's a lot of facets to it.
All righty. And next question for you. Favorite glass art piece you've ever created and why? Or perhaps if it was a season of art, because I know you've created a lot of pieces as well. So a favorite
My
season.
favorite are these 3D spinners hiding up behind me.
Those right there?
Three-dimensional. There's 6 sides to them. They move around in the wind and flash and say, I'm pretty. Yeah,
I love
the
that.
3D stuff is my favorite.
I love that. Is that why it's your favorite? Because it's more 3D and immersive, or is there more to that?
Yeah, it's because it's 3D and it means it's not just a flat piece looking at me. I get to see different dimensions as it goes around.
I love that. What about for you, Korrine?
I don't know. I have so many, but I really do like so are you ready? Okay.
Yeah.
This one, you want to know the name of it?
What's the name of this Starry Night adaptation by Korrine?
Starry Night.
He has a pirate thing. Even
I love it.
Go,
I love it. It's got the pirate
I mean,
ship.
come on.
The R. Absolutely.
You have to
Love
say
it.
like a pirate or it doesn't count. So
It doesn't count.
it
Yeah.
doesn't. So that's
I wonder
probably
how you would
my
write that.
favorite
How many
one.
R's? How many R's would be on the page
There's
if you had
4. It's very
4
specific.
Rs?
Yeah.
Yeah. Too many R's, and it might sound like a Viking as opposed to a
Exactly.
pirate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
just 4. Just 4 R's.
Last rapid fire question for you both. Sue, Korrine, what do you love most about life in the Virginia Beach area?
People. The diversity.
I really like the diversity.
Yeah, the diversity.
I really do.
I mean, I'm
It truly is a great
54 and
place.
she's like 27, and there's a huge age gap, but the diversity,
I'm
there's
37.
I was trying to give her a few.
Sue was trying to help you out. Sue was like, oh, yeah, she's 27. Yeah.
I'm 37.
We have a big age gap. I have kids close to her age, but something art brings us together and connects us. It doesn't matter. And the diversity in the community, everyone loves art. Doesn't matter who it is, where you're from, what you do, where you come from.
It's a very artistic area too.
Mhm.
Sure.
And like with people coming from all over the place because of the military and everything like that, it's just a big melting pot of different.
And our arts connect
Yeah.
them to something they miss at home.
Yeah.
You know, somebody from the Midwest sees glass or an antique spoon built into a dragonfly. Like, oh, my grandma used to have this and she lives in blah, blah, blah. It's a communication starter.
Yeah. Lovely, lovely. Sue, Korrine, thank you both so very much. And of course, congratulations. You made it to the end of the rapid fire.
Wow.
Now is your time to share any final words or messages as we wrap up the show today. The floor is all yours.
All right. If you can't find us at one of the markets, You can find my work inside Quixotic Arts in Norfolk. It's a little shop full, absolutely loaded with local artists' work. Dana Cobb is the owner of that place, and she invites everyone to come in and check it out and support local artists.
You can only find me on my Etsy, Korrine Martin Designs, or in person. I don't sell any other kind of stores or anything like that. So you have to get it from me. I'm sorry. Not sorry.
Lovely. Super. Thank you so very much for the conversation today. It has been a lot of fun, and I'm sure our listeners out there have been having a good time as well. Thank you, listeners, for checking us out on another episode of the podcast. Tune in every week for a new episode where we dive into exactly what there is to discover here in the Virginia Beach area. And we'll see you all in another episode very soon. Bye for now.
Love you, Virginia Beach.